Shalom. I want to start off with giving all praise and honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahshua, Bahashem, Nakakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to the whole select. I'm the brother Hananya, coming back with another video. I hope this video will be edifying. And without further ado, let's get into it. So, I actually want to talk about Job, you know, the servant Job, because, yeah, why not? There's a lot of stuff that we can learn from the servant Job, from the prophet Job, you know. So this is Job chapter 1 and verse 1. There was a man in the land of Uz whose name was Job, and that man, Slakia, and that man was perfect and upright, and one that feared God and eschewed evil. Right. And there were born unto him 7 sons and 3 daughters. His substance also was 7,000 sheep and 3,000 camels and 500 yoke of oxen and 500 she asses and a very great household, so that this man was the greatest of all the men of the east. Right, so he had his wealth, he had his uh, blessings concerning children, right? 7 sons, 3 daughters. That's beautiful. He had his wealth, you know, he was wealthy, you know, he was a God-fearing man. He did what he needed to do, you know. So what happened to him actually? Well, let's see it. Verse 4. And his sons went and feasted in their houses, every one his day, and sent and called for their 3 sisters to eat and to drink with them. Right. So yeah. Anyway, and it was so, when the days of their feasting were gone about, that Job sent and sanctified them, and rose up early in the morning, and offered burnt offerings according to the number of them all. For Job said, "It may be that my sons have sinned and cursed God in their hearts." Thus did Job continually. Now there was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves. So before I read verse 6, right? Before I keep on reading verse 6, verse 4 and verse 5 was just talking about, yeah, their sons, his 7 sons and 3 daughters, right, came to their eldest brother's house to feast, you know, to feast, you know. They were just drinking, feasting, right? Okay, so what happened? Now, this is gonna talk about something else. Verse 6 is gonna talk about something else. Some spiritual stuff that is going to happen. This is the reason for what is going to go down concerning the prophet Job. What is going to happen to the prophet Job? Verse 6. Now there was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves before the Lord Yahweh Shemashai, and Satan came also among them. So this is talking about the angels. The angels presented themselves. They had a meeting, right? They had a meeting, and everyone presented himself to the Most High Yahweh Shemashai. The angels did. And obviously Satan came also, because Satan is one of the sons of the Most High, you know, on the left hand side, but he's still a son of the Most High. He does the Most High Yahweh Yashai's will, you know. So verse 7. And the Lord Yahweh Yashai said unto Satan, Whence comest thou? Then Satan answered the Lord and said, From going to and fro in the earth, and from walking up and down in it. Right. So Satan basically explained to uh, the Most High Yahweh Shem Yashai, like, he was just walking upon earth, you know, yeah, walking up on earth. I wanted to say that word wreaking havoc, but I think I can phrase it better, you know. Just what Satan normally does. You see people getting into accidents. You see cars crashing, but this was obviously in the old times. But just you see odd stuff happening to people, right? They get into an accident or whatever the case may be. Something bad happens to them, right? It's Satan's doing. Ultimately, is the Mosai Yabashim Yashai is doing, but the Mosai Yabashim Yashai uses Satan to do the actual work, you know. But it is from the Mosai Yabashim Yashai. That's a fact, you know. So from going to and fro in the earth and from walking up and down in it. Verse 8. And the Lord Yabashim Yashai said unto Satan, Hast thou considered my servant Job? So now the Most High Yabashim Yashai, he's asking Job, it's like he's asking Satan, like, hey, have you heard, have you considered him? You know, did you think about Job? You know, that there is none like him in the earth, a perfect and upright and an upright man, one that feared Yabashim Yashai and eschewed evil. Right. Because the Most High Yabashim Yashai was very pleased with Job, the prophet Job. You know, he did, like I said, he did what he had to do. You know, he did what he had to do for Yabashim Yashai. You know, verse 9. Then Satan answered the Lord Yabashim Yashai and said, Doeth Job fear God for naught? Hast not thou made an hedge about him, and about his house, and about all that he had on every side? Thou hast blessed the work of his hands, and his substance is increased in the land. But put forth thy hand now, and touch all that he had, and he will curse thee to thy face. This is what Satan said. Satan's saying basically like the Most High Yabashim Yashai put a hedge around Job, right? Protection around Job. He gave him all this wealth. He gave him uh, blessings with his wife, children. You know, he got everything that he basically needs, right? More than needs, actually. More than needs, actually. You know, he got everything to enjoy his life with, basically. You see, and Satan saying like, hey, if those things are taken away, he can Job, if those things are taken away from Job, then Job is going to sin. Basically, he is going to, I don't want to say that, but that's basically what Satan is telling the Most High Yabashim Yashai. So verse 12, and the Lord Yabashim Yashai said unto Satan, Behold, all that he had is in thy power. Only upon himself put not forth thine hands. So Satan went forth from the presence of the Lord Yabashim Yashai. So basically, the Most High Yabashim Yashai told Satan like, you can you can jack him up. You can do what you have to do, but don't kill him. You know, don't kill him. So what happened? Well, let's keep reading. Verse 13. And there was a day when his sons and his daughters were eating and drinking wine in their eldest brother's house. Salakia, so I made a mistake. I said eldest brother's house during verse 4, but that was not the case. It was just one of their brothers, I believe, or one of their sisters uh, when they were feasting. But anyway, to keep on going, verse 13. Here they was at their eldest brother's house. So I accidentally switch those things. So anyway, verse 13, and there was a day when his sons and his daughters were eating and drinking wine in their eldest brother's house, and there came a messenger unto Job and said, the oxen were plowing, and the asses feeding beside them, and the Sabaeans fell upon them, and took them away. Yeah, they have slain the servants with the edge of the sword, and I only am escaped alone to tell thee. Right. So all of a sudden, bad stuff start happening. You know. So for 17, one bad stuff started to happen. So verse 17, while he was yet speaking, there came also another, and said, the Chaldeans made out 3 bands, and fell upon the camels, and have carried them away, yea, and slain the servants with the edge of the sword, and I only am escaped alone to tell thee. So another bad situation happened at the same time, you know? At the same time, now, not at the same time, yeah, after a couple of minutes maybe, but you get the point. You get the point, Yaratasa. Verse 18. While he was yet speaking, there came also another. So you see, so it was back to back. It was back to back. The bad news that was coming in. It was back to back. So verse 18, while he was yet speaking, there came also another, and said, thy sons and thy daughters were eating and drinking wine in their eldest brother's house. And behold, there came a great wind from the wilderness, and smote the 4 corners of the house, and it fell upon the young men, and they are dead. And I only am escaped alone to tell thee. So I'm gonna read it again. And behold, there came a great wind from the wilderness, and smote the 4 corners of the house, and it fell upon the young men, and they are dead. And I only am escaped alone to tell thee. You see? So he also lost his children. You know? Verse 20. Then Job arose and rent his mantle, and shaved his head, and fell down upon the ground, and worshipped, and said, naked came I out of my mother's womb, and naked shall I return thither. The Lord Yahweh Shemashai gave, and the Lord Yahweh Shemashai had taken away. Blessed be the name of Yahweh Shemashai. In all this Job sinned not. So all this bad stuff started happening to Job, and yet he did not sin, nor charge God foolishly. So he did not say anything bad to concerning Yahweh Shemashai. You know. So let's keep on going, because it's gonna get even. Huh. So this is Job 2:1. Again, there was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves before the Lord Yahweh Shemashai, and Satan came also among them to present himself before the Lord. So it was yet again that the sons of God, the angels were meeting up, you know. And the Lord Yahweh Shemashai said unto Satan, from whence comest thou? And Satan answered Yahweh Shemashai and said, from going to and fro in the earth, and from walking up and down in it. So yet again he was just going back and forth on planet Earth, uh, doing what he has to do, you know. Verse 3. And the Lord Yahweh Shemashai said unto Satan, hast thou considered my servant Job? Uh, right. And the Lord Yahweh Shemashai said unto Satan, hast thou considered my servant Job, that there is none like him in the earth, a perfect and an upright man, oh, Slakia, a perfect and upright man, one that feared Yahweh Shemashai and eschewed evil, and still he holdeth fast his integrity, although thou movest me against him to destroy him without cause. So the Most High Yahweh Shemashai asked Satan, like, do you consider his servant Job? You know, even when all this trouble came upon him, he did not sin. He did not do anything. he still holded his integrity. He did not sin. He did not say anything bad about the Most High. You know, he kept his integrity. You know, verse 4. And Satan answered Yahweh Mashiach and said, "Skin for skin, yea, all that a man had will he give for his life. But put forth thy hand now and touch his bone and his flesh, and he will curse thee to thy face." So Satan was pushing it. He was basically saying like, yeah, because Job didn't fold the first time, right? Job didn't fold the first time when he lost his children, you know, and he lost his cattle, you know. He didn't fold. He didn't lose his integrity. So Satan basically trying to do it again, but this time he hopes that it works for the second time. But hurting him differently, hurting him with his bodily flesh, you know. So let's read it. And Satan answered the Lord Yahweh Shemashah and said, "Skin for skin, yeah, all that all that a man had will he give for his life. But put forth thy hand now and touch his bone and his flesh, and he will curse thee to thy face." You see? Verse 6. And the Lord Yahweh Shemashah said unto Satan, "Behold, he is in thy hand, but save his life." So yet again, it was the same thing. It was the same thing, you know. He needed to keep. He could touch him, but he could not kill him. Basically, he could touch him, but he could not kill him. You see, he could. Satan could touch his servant Job, but he could not kill him. Verse 7. So when Satan forth from the presence of the Lord Yahweh Shemashah and smote Job with sore blows from the sole of his foot unto his crown. So Satan basically messed up Job's foot, man. He messed his foot up badly. You know? He messed his foot up badly. And what happened? And he took him a potsherd to scrape himself withal, and he sat down among the ashes. Then, so look at this, verse 9. Then said his wife unto him, "Doest thou still retain thine integrity? Curse God and die." That's what she said, man. That's what she said. Because after Satan attacked Job in a carnal way, in his body, you know, attack Job's body basically. Salakia. I hope I said it correctly. You know, he Satan attacked Job's physical body by making by making his feet swell. You know, by making sore balls from the sole of his foot. You see? And the thing is, right? Thing is this. The thing is this. After that had happened, right? With his foot. Then after that had happened with his foot, then also after Satan was done with attacking him carnally, then he jumped upon his woman. You see? He jumped upon his woman to do what? To do what basically? To make him curse God, man. So I'm gonna read it again. Verse 9. Then said his wife unto him, because his wife saw all these things that was happening to him, right? He lost his children, he lost his cattle, he lost his feet is getting messed up, you know, his body getting messed up, you know. So his wife is seeing all these things. And his wife, his wife told him this. Instead of comforting him, right? Instead of comforting Job, his wife told him this. His wife told him something so self-destructive. Instead of trying to uplift him and trying to help him, you know. And that's why you can see, like, that was Satan. That was not that was not that was not someone else. That was Satan, man, jumping upon that woman, that wife of Job, to make him go off even further. But Job did not take the bite. Job did not take the bait. You see? So verse 9, then said his wife unto him, doest thou still retain thy integrity? Curse God and die. Verse 8, here comes the point. But he said unto her, thou speakest as one of the foolish women speaketh. What? Shall we receive good at the hand of Yahweh Shemashai, and shall we not receive evil? In all this did not Job sin with his lips. You see? So Job did not sin, man. Job did not he kept his integrity, and he did not sin with his lips. You see? He told her, like, you speaking like one of the foolish women is speaking. Why? Why? Because you receive both, man. It there's a balance to everything. You know, you're gonna receive good and you're gonna receive bad. That's just how it works. You know? There's a balance to it. There is no such thing as a false balance. You know, Salaka, there is a there is a thing there is a thing with false balance, but it should not be a thing. You know, it should not be a thing, because the Most High Yahweh Shim Yashai said a false balance is an abomination to the Most High Yahweh Shim Yashai, man. You aren't supposed to have a false balance. You know, your life is supposed to be balanced. You know, your life is supposed to be balanced, and the earth is supposed to be balanced. But the earth, even the earth is out of course right now, man. Even the earth is out of course right now. You see? So I'm going to read it again, man. I'm going to read it again. But he said unto her, thou speakest as one of the foolish women speaketh. What? Shall we receive good at the hand of Yahweh Shem Yashai, and shall we not receive evil? So you're going to receive both, man. That's just how it works. You're going to receive good and you're going to receive bad. That's just how it works, man. You see? So I'm gonna get Job. This is Job 13 and 15. Though he slay me, yet will I trust in him, but I will maintain my own ways before him. You see, the Most High did stuff to Job, and Job still kept his integrity. And the funny thing is, well, it's not funny, but the good story is, he got everything back, and he got double fold of what he started with. So he had more children, he had more wealth, and I believe I don't know about the wife part anymore, but he got double from what he had, man. He had a new wife, you know. He got double from what he first had, man. You see? And that's what happens when you have faith in the Most High Yahweh Shem Yashai. And if you keep on pushing, you know, gotta keep pushing, man. You know, you cannot stop. Stop and then do what? Stop and then go into the world and then what? While the world is gonna be destroyed anyway. That's madness, man. You know, that's madness. You go through stuff. Don't let Satan get into your head and shift you, man. Because that's what he desires. You know, these demons, they have a short time, so they're trying everything that they can right now to mess you up, man. You know. to mess you up. So this is Romans 8 and 18. For I reckon that the suffering of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us. Right? It's not worthy. The suffering that we're going through right now is not worthy to be compared, man. Because it's all gonna be worth it in the end. Everything is gonna be worth it in the end. Whatever you go through right now, it's gonna be worth it in the end. So no, this little stuff that you're going through is not worthy to be compared, because it's you cannot compare the glory with what you're gonna get, man, in return for it. You know. So it's not the things that you're going through right now. It's not worth it to compare yourself to it in the kingdom, man. It's like not in the kingdom. It's not worthy to be compared with the glory which you're gonna have, man. Spiritual power, eternal life. You know, it's not worthy to be compared, man. You know, you have people not being born with eyes, not being born deaf, being born without feet, being born without legs. Yet you out here nagging and complaining over something that's little, man. You know, complaining about something that's little. The most I put it in your path, that means you can handle it, man. The scriptures talk about that. Actually, let's get that. 1 Corinthians 10 and 13, that had no temptation take you, but such as is common to man. But Yahweh Shemashah is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that ye are able, but will, with the temptation, make a way to escape, that you may be able to bear it. You see? He's going to give you something that you can bear. He's not going to give you something that you cannot bear. Like, that's unfair. You see? That's unfair. He's not going to give you that, man. He's going to give you something that you can handle. You see? So don't let these demons get the best of you. This Romans 8 and 38, for I am persuaded that neither death nor life, nor angels, nor principalities, nor powers, nor things present, nor things to come, nor height, nor depth, nor any other creature shall be able to separate us from the love of Yahweh Shemashah, which is in Yahushua Mashiach, our Lord. You see? That's that spirit that you're supposed to be having, man. You need to be persuaded that none of these things can touch you, man. Even if they touch you, they cannot make you they cannot make you get out of this truth, man. With the grace and the mercy of Yahweh Shemashai. You see? And protection of the Most High Yahweh Shemashai. You know? You need to you need to be persuaded that you're being protected by these angels, these principalities, these powers, man. That you will not be separated. Whatever they try to do to you, that you cannot be separated. You know? So I hope this video was edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Shemashai, Bashim Rakakadash, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to the whole Felek. I hope this video was edifying, and without further ado, Shalom.